So I had this comment from a subscriber recently, and basically the subscriber was asking homeless tips for people who are addicts, people who are recovering, people who are trying to get out of that lifestyle, people who are addicted to something. So I got a couple of tips written down for you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you some ways how you can get out of that lifestyle, how things will get better for you, and how you'll be able to beat homelessness. Now, the first tip I have for you is you need to admit that you have a problem. That's number one. It doesn't matter if you're male, if you're female, if you're black, you're white, it doesn't matter whoever you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are, where you come from. You must admit, hey, I have an issue, I have a problem, I have an addiction, and I need to man up to it, or I need to woman up to it. So that is number one. A lot of people who have addiction, or they're addicted to something and trying to get better, they always want to blame the world. They want to blame other people. No, you have to blame yourself for this one. You have to say, you know what? I want to kick this problem to the side. I want to go ahead and live my life. I want to be free from it. Because if you have an addiction, and there's many type of addictions out there that can lead you to homelessness. Any addiction that you have, you're chained to it right now. So if you want to break that addiction, the first thing you must do is admit it, and you must try to solve it. You can't blame no one else. You have to say, you know what? This is my body. This is my choice. This is my actions. Let me go ahead and fix it. That is number one. Now, the second tip I have for you is you have to move far away, especially if you're tempted to go back into that lifestyle. What I mean by moving is not to a different country. You can either go to a different city, a different state. Let's just use illegal substances for addiction. That's just number one. Or we can use drinking, right? You have to get away from those places. You have to move away. And what I mean by that is, you know where those stores are, you know where the corners are, you know who's selling it. You have to get away from that environment, because if you're living in that environment the whole time, you're going to tempt to go back, especially if you're walking past it, if you're commuting past it every day or every other day, you're going to want to go into that. So right now, if you have a dealer or something, and you know that dealer lives in your city, you have to find a way to leave that city, especially if you're homeless or you're going to be homeless. Leave that city. Just go to the next city, go to the next county, just go far away until the point it will be way too far, even if you try to go back to that person and try to see them to get whatever illegal substance or any problem that you have. That is number two. You must get away from your environment, because let's be honest, a lot of people, when they get addicted to stuff, it's their environment, their family, their friends, it's people they want to work with, is just everything, all the people they know around them. Because a lot of people, and I'm talking for illegal substances and drinking, 9 times out of 10 is recommended to you. You don't just wake up and say, I want to go ahead and do some. You know, you don't think that way. It's usually a friend or a family member say, yo, let's go try this, let's go try that. And then when you try it, then you want to try it again, and then again, and the next thing you know, you're doing it 9 times a day, and that's when it's going to get really, really bad for you. So that is the second tip that I have for you guys. Now, the third tip is you must seek immediate help. Whether you stay in your area or whether you leave your area, you have to look around for programs. Now, if you're in a small town, this is going to be much, much harder for you, because a lot of small towns, they do not offer help for addicts, for people that are recovery stuff. So you have to go to like a big city, big town. And I would say population, usually when you can find these services and get a lot of help, I would say roughly is around 70,000 people, 80,000 people. So if you can find a town or a city or anything that has around that amount, you should find at least 2, 3, 4 centers that will take you in. And there's many different centers out there. It depends what addiction that you have. But like I said, we're just going to talk about for drinking, and we're going to talk about for illegal substances. Those ones are pretty easy to find. But if you have like a gambling or, you know, something else, you can be in a pretty tough spot. And they have a lot of rehab centers and stuff too, so you have to look for what best suits you, because you have detox houses, you have rehab centers, you have women's shelters, men's shelters, whatever that align with your addiction that you're trying to recover from. That would be the best place to go to. I cannot tell you here, just go there, go there. It's all about your local area. So it's about location, location, and location. Now, the next tip I have for you is you must cut off all your friends, even if your family, if they are addicts or hanging out with addicts. And the reason being, I know this is very hard for a lot of you to cut off your friends or your family. You have to cut them off so you can get out of that lifestyle. You have to get away from all those bad, negative, toxic traits, those environments. Again, you have to just stop texting them, stop calling them, because let's just use the devil lettuce, let's just call it that, the green stuff, right? If that person is using that 5 days a week, twice a day, and you're hanging around them, most likely you're going to want to take a hit, or you're going to want to use that. You know what I mean? You have to be like, I can't hang around you if you're going to do that. And a lot of them will be offended, especially your family. Like, what? Like, example, they're like, yo, Jojo, you think you better than us or something? What do you mean you can't hang around me? What do you mean you can't talk to me because I don't go ahead and because I do that stuff and you don't do that stuff? What you mean? And a lot of them will have animosity towards you. That's just the truth. They will be upset. They'll be like, you don't want to hang around us no more? You think you're better than us? Oh, we not boys anymore? And it can be toxic, but you have to eliminate your family and friends who are addicts or in that lifestyle. Being in that lifestyle is not worth it, especially as you get older and older and older, because that's a lot of money. You're going to be wasting a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy. That whole time you was sitting there, you know, puffing, and you was doing that 3 times a day, you could have went ahead and read a book, or you could have went outside and jogged for 30 minutes, or you could have did something productive with your life. And plus, it's money. A lot of dealers out here and just giving it to you for free, you understand? So you don't want to be spending $40, $50, $60 a day just doing that weird stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you have to elevate and upgrade your life. Now, my next tip I have for you guys, you have to try to avoid anything that trigger you into going into that lifestyle. Example, social media, topics when you talk about, even stores you walk past. You do not want to walk past the smoke shop, you know, 5 times a day. Do not do that, because that will trigger you. Or the liquor shop, you don't want to do that because it will probably trigger you to go back into there and go buy something. And social media, you don't want to follow people who are posting that stuff. For example, on Snapchat, there's a lot of people that sell stuff on there, if you know what I mean. You don't want to have those people added on Snapchat. Delete them, block them. If you see other people reposting their stuff, delete them, block them, mute them, do something, just get them off. Because like I said, just because you cut off your family in real life doesn't mean you can't cut them off on social media. Cut them off on both. You do not want to see that stuff. If they're posting stuff that's triggering you by, let's say you was addicted to the pills, get rid of people who are posting pills on there. It's not cool to be selling it or to be using it. It's not cool at all, because it ruins people's life. A lot of people don't understand that. It might be cool if you're young and stuff, but it's still gonna mess you up. Either way, you pick your poison. It will hurt you if you try that thing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. It does not matter. You don't want to do that. So people who are posting that and promoting that and showing that on social media, get them off your page. I'm telling you, you do not want any triggers if you're addicted to anything, because triggers are like, they're literally chained to you. Like, they're chained. They're trying to chain you and lock you up like a handcuff. Do not put yourself in that situation at all. Clean up your social media page. Do not walk past certain stores if you have to. And when you talk topics, if people are bringing up those topics in real life, like, hey man, I'm gonna go do this, okay, that's it, I'm done. You know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be part of it. Just go ahead and walk away. Now, another tip that I have for you guys is go and do volunteer work so you can stay busy and meet positive people. And I know it sounds corny, but a lot of soup kitchens out there and a lot of other places, like community places, free stuff, they want to volunteer for the day, 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day. If you are homeless or you're about to be homeless, that is a good way to meet positive people, because a lot of people, they hang that are addicted, they hang around people who are negative, people who are doing illegal substances, drinking, don't have a job, not volunteering, not helping out the community. You know what I mean? It's just, you don't want to hang out with those people, because then you will get sucked into that type of lifestyle. So you want to go out there and volunteer and meet positive people. And when you tell people your situation, like, hey man, 8 months sober drinking, people are like, oh, really? Oh my God, like, that's a good thing when you're in those volunteer groups, because those volunteer groups, most of them are about positivity. Also, same thing with like the smoking, like, hey man, I haven't smoked in a year, or I'm recovering and been a year now. Like, people love that stuff. So you want to get out there and volunteer in the community. And plus, you get to meet a lot of different connects, because let's say you meet Sally, and then you meet Sarah, and then you meet Kim. Sally, Carrie, and Kim, they will go ahead and just help you out. Oh, like, all right, Sally, I'll do this for you, you know, and then Kim will be like, oh, I'll do this for you. Oh, I know somebody, you know what I mean? So a lot of those people out there that you meet, they will definitely help you if you just share your story. But you got to be around positive people, because if you're around negative people, you're not going to get any help. And negative people, 9 times out of 10, they don't care about you. Now, another tip I have for you, and I know a lot of you don't like to hear this, go to church and see which one that you like. Or if you're Muslim, go to a mosque, or whatever your religion is, go to whatever that is in your surrounding area. They will help you out. Those are positive people, not all of them, but they are positive people who are trying to help you out. You know, if you're Muslim, you go to the mosque, you can talk to whoever and they can help you. Same thing with the church. You go to multiple churches, see which one can help you. It's just go to religious people, because religious people, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them will try to help you out and be better, because a lot of churches and a lot of mosques and temples and whatever else religions are out there, they help. I'm not gonna lie, they do help the community at least once a month, you know, twice a year, something like that. At least they're helping, because they're trying to give back, or they're trying to recruit, whatever they're trying to do. Make sure that you take advantages of that, because they care whether or not you're part of their religion or not. They really do care. I can admit that. At least in Florida, what I have seen in Florida, a lot of the religious places, they care for the homeless, but you know, with the whole laws and everything and the governor and all that stuff, it can, I don't want to get too political, but that can interfere with that. So just be careful wherever you go to. Now, another tip I have for you guys is you need to find either hobbies or a job or a side hustle or something to keep you busy. I know I talk about the volunteer work, but I know a lot of you are probably thinking in your head like, dude, I'm homeless or I'm about to be homeless. What do you mean go volunteer? I need a job. Okay, that's good. You can go get a job, or you can do some type of side hustle, or you can just do daytime work or something, you know, stand in front of the stores and tell people, hey, I'm willing to work. You know, you got to do something. You got to stay busy, because when you're busy, this addiction, it won't catch up to you. Like it was trying to catch up to you, but you're so busy, your mind is thinking so much, you be like, all right, you know, I ain't got time to be doing that. You understand what I mean? Especially if you're like a drinker or something, you won't be drinking on the job, especially if the job if it's a labor job, you ain't gonna be thinking about that. You're gonna be working. And let me tell you, when you work 10-hour shift, 11-hour shift, even 12-hour shift, even like a 6-hour shift, you get so tired, you're like, after work, you just want to sleep. And that is amazing, because if you just go to sleep, you will be breaking your addiction, because you won't be thinking about it, or you'll be like, oh, you know what, I'm too tired to go to the store, or I'm too tired to call the dealer, or whatever it is. You know, stay busy. I know it's hard to get a job as being homeless. It really is. Even not being homeless, it's still hard to get a job because the job market is messed up. But staying busy is key. Like I said, if you don't want a job, that's fine. Find a hobby though. Find a hobby that's going to keep you busy. You're not going to get bored of, because you need something to keep going over and over and over without getting bored, without getting, you know, back into that lifestyle. You don't want to go back into that lifestyle at all. I had a comment from a subscriber that asked about ladies. Ladies, you can try women-only groups, you could try women-only housing, and explain your situation. And the reason why I say ladies, it's so much easier for y'all to get housing and to get into these group homes, especially like if you have a kid or something, because more women, let's be honest, man, more women care about women, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But try women-only group. Go on Facebook. Facebook have a bunch of them, like in your local area. Let's say you're in Michigan, just type in women only group Michigan and explain your situation, that you're homeless and you're in recovery and you're trying to be better with your life. And a lot of those groups, ladies, I'm telling y'all have a big support system. A lot of ladies actually help. Like I seen this one story, this woman, she was homeless and she was hungry, and the lady was like, all right, just send me your Cash App. And no lie, this woman sent her a Cash App of $100. Now, I know Cash App take out their amount and everything, but it's like $100 just for being hungry, you know what I mean? So ladies, like again, search for homes out there. You can search up abusive situations, like it says abusive home for ladies in different situations. I remember in New York, they definitely had it. And whether you're homeless or not, they'll take you in. Majority of the time, they will take you in. Like I said, especially if you have kids out there, you know, 1 or 2 or whatever, they will try to help you out. You just got to look for the different groups out there. There's a lot of social groups. You have social media. I know Facebook is a big one. You can also use Instagram, but I would say Facebook is the best option. And then calling around, search up women only groups in your area, and that would be the best option. Now for men it's going to be harder to find group homes, because let's be honest, men, like I said before, we don't really care about each other. Let's just be honest. But you can go ahead and look for men only group homes out there. There are men only group homes. Depends on your area, once again. Also for men, you can either join the military or a travel agency as a job. And what I mean by that is the military is basically like a group home for men. Yes, I know women go there too, but if you have nothing going on in your life and you're recovering from whatever addiction that you have and you're homeless on the street, or you're about to be homeless, just join the military. And for the big guys like me, 300 pounds, you can either go in the military and be an MP, a military police, or you can go ahead and be National Guard. And they even have a new position for the Army to lose weight. It's a 90-day program. Then you do basic training, and you can either do that, or you can find a travel agency job and you can go ahead and travel around and whatever they tell you to do. So if you're checking stores, if you're delivering this, delivering whatever it is, as long as you're traveling, because the company will supply you with a car or a plane ticket or whatever. So that will be one of the best options. Ladies, you could do the same thing too. You can join the military or you can go to a travel agency, but you have to find something to do. That is the #1 thing for a lot of people out there that have addiction, because your addiction will eat you alive if you're bored, if you're idle. If your mind is idle and you don't think about nothing, addiction will creep upon you and it will chain you up and it will eat you alive. It will ruin your life. And I've seen a lot of people ruin their life. I have addicts in my family. I don't want to get too much into detail about it, but it's bad. It's from drinking to illegal substance to other stuff. So it's bad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And it's bad. It's sad. It really is, because you don't mean to be addicted to things, but it is what it is. I mean, you know. But my last tip for everybody out there, you know I gotta bring it up. I know y'all see it right here. Go ahead and just pray to God. Honestly, pray to God and just ask him you know, to heal you, to help you, to make sure you're in a better situation. You know that was coming up. And if you are at the end of this video, I want to say thank you for watching, and apply these tips. Share this video. Pray to God, pray to Jesus Christ, and say, hey, I need you to break these chains. I need you to help me. I don't want to be in this situation no more. And he will come through. Trust me, he came through for me. I'm a big time believer. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not the perfect Christian, you can say, or follower of Christ. I'm not the best, but I'm trying. And I also want to spread this positive message to y'all as well, especially all the people coming on my channel and telling me thank you and stuff. When I do these videos, you know, I think of y'all. I think of the situations y'all be in, because I feel like I'm in a bad situation right now, you know, but I'm not, compared to the stories y'all tell me, and y'all thanking me. I'm like, dude, thank you, you know, thank you for giving me inspiration to make this video, to keep spreading positive messages, because I really do care about this homeless thing that's going on in America. I mean, it's just getting from bad to worse, honestly. It really is. And people from all walks of life are being homeless. You know, you have doctors, nurses, people work at Walmart, people who are ex-military, like everyone's homeless. How? You know what I mean? And I'm really passionate about this situation, about these topics. So like I said, just pray to God and just hope for the best. Just trying to stay busy, keep your mind occupied, don't stay idle. An idle mind is very dangerous. If you have nothing going on in your life and you're just standing there and you're just waiting and you don't know what to do, you wake up with no routine, no schedule, that is very, very dangerous to be in. I don't want to be in that situation, and I don't hope any of y'all are in that situation. Keep your mind straight, keep your mind going, keep your mind energized. You understand? You're a human being. You're supposed to wake up and be productive. You're supposed to work. That's how this world operates. You know, look at the world around you. Look at the trees, look at the concrete, look at the buildings, the cars, everything. You understand what I'm saying? That's humans, all humans. We made it happen. We woke up and we said, you know what? I'm going to do something today. And that's what I want for y'all. Make sure you share this video. Watch my other videos. I have a playlist in the comment section down below. Share that to other people. Put it in your Facebook groups. Get this message out there, y'all, because bad times are coming. I can feel it. I can see it. And all I can say is stay prayed up, trust in God, love your family, love your friends, love one another, stack your money, and unity. Remember, unity really helps you in the long run. Don't listen to these people out here and say, well, I'm strong, independent, I don't need nobody. No, unity. If you have family, friends, unity. I'm telling you, it's good. Stay together. You can beat this addiction. Whatever addiction you have, you will beat it. You know, you will beat it. I'm telling you, we will all beat it. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you stay humble. Make sure you stay positive. Please make sure you stay safe out there. Peace out. I love you. God bless.